Well, this is the Poly family back again to give you more info on our 2016 Transit Wagon. So I've got some questions here that have been sent in, and so I'm going to spend this video trying to answer those questions. So one of the questions that comes in is wondering about just the vision of how to look out the front window and just what the line of sight is for a shorter person. So I thought one of the ways to do that is I'm going to grab this camera and then I'm going to turn it around. We got Isaac here, who's at the wheel. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to hold this right where his eyes are. And yep, these are right where his eyes are. So this is what he's going to see if he's looking around. Isaac's about 5 feet tall. So I think you get a pretty good field of vision out of this. He's got the seat pulled up, but I've got the camera literally right in front of his face. So this is how he would see. You can see you got a lot of, you get the bigger window on this thing. Okay, another question was about the miles per gallon. Getting miles per gallon, I would say on average, I'm getting about 15 miles per the gallon. So I think you would get a little bit better on the highway, a little worse on the side roads, but 15 miles a gallon is about what I'm getting. Another question was about the price. We went down to Genesee Valley Ford, and pretty much down there the price was the price. There was not a lot of dickering around with the manufacturer suggested price, so I felt like they gave me a very good price for my trade-in, so that definitely helped me to do the deal there. But it wasn't a lot of flexibility buying a new vehicle. So another question here is about where could this van be serviced. That was actually a big question for me because I bought the van down in Avon, New York, which is about 20 minutes away from my house. I didn't really want to be traveling down there if I had trouble with it, and because it has a Ford warranty on it, we can take it to any Ford dealership and they're going to fix it. So we don't actually need to take it back to the service department at that particular Ford dealership. We can take it anywhere. It actually comes with roadside assistance. They'll tow it to any Ford dealer and get the thing fixed up if it breaks down. The out-of-the-box warranty is 3 years and 36 months. And so we actually extended that because we don't do a lot of driving. We averaged, I think, in our old vehicle, we averaged about 8,000 miles a year. And so what we figured is if we use this vehicle for at least 6 years, we got a 6-year, I believe it was 48,000 extension, and so that added about 3 years. It's going to add about 3 years of service to the warranty, and it was only about another $1,000 on the price. So for us, I figured, hey, that makes sense. Okay, another question about vents. So we'll actually go down on the floor for this one, or in the ceiling.
Are we gonna cut a lot of this out? I think some of them
Yeah. So here's the vents in the ceiling. You've got a bunch of them. So that's for the AC. So you've got vents going back to every row in the ceiling, and these all open and close. You can seal them up that way. And so the heat doesn't come out up here though. The heat actually comes out on the ground. Let's see if I can get down here. You can see that we've actually been getting some use out of this van. The floor is all dirty. So yeah. So what you've got is, here I am in the, well, I guess this would be the third row. There's one more row after this. And you can see there's a heat vent here in the second row. Heat vent here. Back in the third row, there's a heat vent there. I don't know if there's any back in the fourth row. Let's see. So I'm now in the very back of the van, and I don't see anything here. So the last on-floor heat vent is going to be right here in the third row, but it's not all coming up from the front, that's for sure. One other question that we got about the floors was what this was made out of and what it was available in. We got it in carpet, And as you can see, I was just discussing today with my wife that we're probably going to have to vacuum this on some sort of regular basis, maybe once a month. But you can also get it in vinyl in case you want to hose the whole thing out. There you go. Question about the windows. Do the windows in the back open? They are available. You can get the kind that tilt out. Now this van, the way that it came configured, did not have them open. And, you know, that wasn't a big enough deal for us to stop us from doing the deal. So you can get them. One thing I noticed when I tried to configure it online, though, is that in order to get them in the open style, you've got to have privacy glass, which adds at least another $600 or $700 to the cost. So even when I was considering it, I was debating whether or not I wanted to pay for the upgrade on the glass just so I could get the glass to open. So that was the privacy glass. And then the seats, what are they made out of? So we have cloth seats. I'm not sure what else they're available in. I'm sure they're all the styles are listed on the website, but I really like the quality of the fabric. It's nice. Yeah, so here we've got, you know, a 12-year-old boy, almost 13, and he's got really quite a bit of legroom. This was a lot more legroom than he had in the Suburban. So, and now I'm sitting on the other side, so I'm just going to give my camera to Isaac, 6-foot man. Now, this is definitely a little bit tighter for me. I've got, you know, virtually no space. But, you know, we've had adults in here and they haven't really complained too much. So it's not the kind of thing where you'd want to sit here for hours and hours, but it's definitely doable even for a full-sized grown man. So hopefully that helps. You know, keep sending your questions and we'll be back with more answers about the Ford Transit Wagon. Thanks.